I've been down, I've been up and I've been down. I've been up, I've been down in this old world. I thought about that last night, that song, as I embarked on, or I made it to the second year since I've been back in my current location. I've been up, I've been down. When I got here, I was down. As the sermon title of one of the sermons I heard on Sunday, I'm not the same. I'm not as down as I was. I'm not as embarrassed as I was when I first got here 2 years ago for the second time. I was embarrassed. I went to work, did what I needed to do at work, for work or whatever. But I didn't go to church. And that's something that I think that's the only time within my control that I did not go. And I didn't go because I wasn't ready for the questions. I wasn't ready to give the answers. It was it just hurt to give those answers. I knew if I was going to be asked the questions, and not soon after me starting to give my answer, I would get emotional. So I didn't want to have to go through that. Because I felt like I did what I was supposed to do, and I still feel like that. I did what I was supposed to do as far as what society tells you to do. Do good in school, go to college, do good in college, and succeed in life. And what I think, just from a couple of interactions and comments that I've heard over the last 2 years, even as recently as this weekend, is that people who are older, who are not my age, who are sometimes in retirement age, I don't think they realize how hard it is for us nowadays. I mean, they see the news, they hear how the economy's doing, but they don't, because I feel like they don't live in that, they don't live in, it doesn't affect them as much because they've already, like I said, lived their life, or probably in retirement or established in their career, where they are okay, I guess. Yeah, they may not be, but when it comes, in my experience, in the comments that I made, why don't you just get a place? Why don't you just get a real 9 to 5? If I could, I would. It's not that hard, especially living where I live, especially with my preferred field of what I want to work and do. I mean, even after my first year in school for the summer, I just wanted to get a summer job. And the place I applied to I hadn't heard back from them. Then I knew someone that worked for the same company and told me that most likely, and which didn't happen, but they were right, is that they wouldn't hire me because I had been in school just 1 year, because they felt they would have to pay me more than hiring a high school student that was on summer break as well. So that's been my dilemma in the city where I live. That's why I don't have a regular 9 to 5. Even when I did have a job that I went to every day when I lived here from 2013 to 2016, I only worked 17 hours a week. It wasn't a full-time job. And at the age that I am now, and having worked as long as I have worked, yes, I may look young, but I have been working for the last 23 years of my life. And at this point in my life, I just don't want to work anywhere, just anywhere. I don't want to have to put on to give good service or to do what I'm supposed to do when I don't feel like being there. So in my chosen job currently, I have some control over it. I have control over whether or not I want to work. I have control over what time I work, how long I work, what orders I take. So so that's I don't want to say I want to control it or be in control of it, but in the sense that I do too, because I'm not just going to work anywhere, because that'd be no good to me. That'd be no good to the company I work for. I would be no good. I may not like what I do, my chosen full-time job, which I wasn't even my plan to make it a full-time job. But it just worked out that way. I've literally, for the most part, over the last 2 years, I've worked for myself or as an independent contractor. Worked when I wanted to work. Nobody forcing me to work. The only time I've worked for another company is when I worked as a PA for house hunters, as a photo assistant during graduations. And now that I speak that out loud, I think that says something about myself, that I am motivated to do a job, do what I have to do. I may not always like it, but for right now, I have to do what I have to do to take care of what I need to take care of, no matter how long I'm out in the street, no matter how many miles or what the distance I have to drive by myself. I have to do what I have to do. One thing I will say is that it's kind of ironic how people, you tell them everything that you've done or you're doing or you want to do, and they, oh my gosh, you're doing so wonderful, oh, you're so great, oh, you're superwoman. When that happens to me, I think, am I? Because I'm not where I want to be. as far as not just location-wise, but as far as career, as far as finances. Because I'm not where I want to be, what is deemed success for me, I don't share, I can't say those same sentiments. I mean, I know I'm doing better than not most, but I'm doing a lot. I'm doing better than people. It could be worse, but it could be better. I mean, I'm flattered when I hear those things, but do I wholeheartedly believe it myself? No. No, I don't. But I do know I am not the same as I was when me and Daylight OG drove up from making stops in Georgia, in North Carolina before settling here 2 years ago again. I think I mentioned it last week. June, I saw some changes. I saw some unexpected blessings, and even the beginning of this month, I've had some unexpected blessings, and some things to be proud of, some things to give God glory and honor and praise for, but always, even when life is not the way I want, He still gets the honor, praise, and glory for what He has done, and that He will do, and that He is doing, even though I don't see it. But just sitting at the house last night, those are the feelings that I had. That's where I am right now as I reflect on the last 2 years of my life. I know there's more. I'm anticipating more. I'm expecting more. I'm expecting great. And if I'm being honest, I don't like where I am right now. But I know it will get better. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be the daylight in someone else's life, and enjoy the daylight in yours. And y'all be safe out here. It's hot all over. Stay hydrated. Keep water with you. I didn't have it with me yesterday, and that was not good. But I have it with me today. I'll see y'all on Friday for a meal that I am going to try to replicate that I had